Yep, we're on. Hello, hello. It is Arknights Eterna, with today stream being Arknights Chapter 15. Yep, it is time. So we have right here the event. Well, event chapter 15. But we also have Monster on right tab. And we have to pull for her because she's daughter. So before we do anything, I have to count. These are at least 100 pulls. 110 and 126 if my quick maths are correct. I hope I don't have to waste too much, because I also need to save for lemon and such. So wait, give me a second. Because I have the perfect catalyst. I need to use my damned phone for this. Let me take a photo of Calcid Wave. Yep. So now, how do I put it? How do how? How? That's the question. Where do I? How do I send this to into my PC without accidentally doxing myself? Do I have anything open that I can use? No. I've been using Discord, but let me try. Huh, nope. Well, anyways, I have the cup noodle stopper calcit. So that's gonna be my catalyst for today. I want to I want to use to put the image on here, but the way that I configured the PNG token of myself, of Equinox, is doing something weird with Discord, and I cannot use the one that I normally use. Give me a second. Maybe. Okay. Let me just Whoa. And I put image. Can I? No. Wait. What? How do I send it up? Send it up. Give a second. I messed up again. I don't know how. I don't know how to use OBS. I'm not good enough at using OBS. So sorry if I messed up anything. Wait. Misclick. Can I? Yep. Here she is. Now let me go back. Am I back? Oops. Not yet. Am I back? Please. Please. Nope, not yet. Why? What's going on? Why? Why am I not back yet? Please. Fucking hell. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. Please. Please work, damn it. No, it's not working. Why? Come on. Come on. I wanted to stream and this is fucking me up. Why? Oh, I'm back. I'm back. Hey, hello. Yep, this is it. Yep. Too much time. How much time did I waste? Not so much. Like 10 minutes or so. Well, it's time to pull. Let's go, monster. Come home, please. Orange. Shirayuki. Warmy. This is meh. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, rainbow. Come on, please. Double rainbow. Let's go! Woo, 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 woo. Perfume, nice. What is this? The other 6-star. Double monster. Let's go! Ah! Ah! Everything else doesn't matter. Everything else doesn't matter. I got double monster. We won. We won today. Let's go. Monster-chan. I'm gonna put monster. I'm going to level up. 1 potential. And you deserve everything. Stratagem overload.
彼女は我々の輪廻に終わりをもたらし、私に自由と永遠の命、それから孤独を送った。
She ended her cycle of recombination, granting me freedom and eternal life, and loneliness. Yet I cherish it, Doctor. It reminds me of what I have lost. Hi, monster. Now I know that I'm cursed for the Lemon banner. Go, let's craft 2 of these. I need that voice. Priestess. Priestess. The funniest part of this event, this chapter, is that my mouse is already doing weird things when I use GPG to play Arknights or anything actually. So, okay. Give me a second. Chips. Where's the medic chips? Here are the medic chips. 4. 3, 2, 1, go. And gold. Let's go. Where are you, my cutie monster? Ah, I have to remote, of course.
生命への期待が心に一片でも残っている限り、繰り返される絶望が私に影響を及ぼすことはない。
Thank you, Calcit.
オリジニウム、
Thank you, monster.
私の生命を停滞させることはできないんだ。ドクター、誕生した瞬間から束縛されるという運命のくびきをアマテンはとうに壊している。
アマテン。60. Let's put her on 60.
彼女は見た。
And first. Meltdown. Offensive recovery. So that's the default. Seven. Yep. And let's go specialize the skill. I forgot. Implantis is still here from the last event. Well, Logos. Nah, where is Irene? Am I missing something? Hey, here she is. Yep. Monster! Yay! We have a pot 1 monster, a pot 2 actually. Where is she? Pat. Ranked healing DPS support summon. What are the talents? Self repair. Can deploy a reconstruction on the ground within attack range that can only be healed by monster. The reconstruction grants surrounding allies plus 15% attack. When the reconstruction receives healing from itself or monster, it performs an additional healing bounce that does not weaken. Whenever monster or the reconstruction target heals a target, grants monster and the target plus 20 attack speed for 10 seconds. Does not stack. Okay. Let's go right into chapter 15. Okay, I'm scared. Clear 3-star rating, 3-star rating. Clear all non-extreme mode adverse combat stages in episode 15 with 3-star rating. Complete all extreme mode stages in episode 15 with a 3-star rating. And earn a total of 7 points in the strategic simulation of episode 15. What is with the music? I don't know if I'm missing something, but the melody sounds like a little bit of casted theme. Not exactly the same, but around that. I'm not sure. What's off-board checklist? Okay. Close your backup. I have this one. 20 samplers. What is it? How many? Probably only 10. Only 10 of sanity. There's some depots. Yep. So, segregation zone. Let's start. What's with the simulation score? Earn simulation points from strategic simulation to earn extra rewards and unlock extreme mode. The end of past and present. I forgot to read that. Universe. How should we interpret this word? With mathematics, physics, faith, imagination? We exhausted our minds attempting to define this still unfamiliar word in a variety of languages, and arrogantly claimed to have mastered true knowledge. So why are most of us silent when destruction is so near? You cannot turn back from knowledge, since we have glimpsed the partial truth of countless fallacies. It is only natural that we cannot retreat into the darkness of ignorance and ignore the advent of the end. I think, perhaps, I have touched on the key to resolving this ultimate question. Use the language you and I created, Equinox. Priestess? This is the outskirts of Victoria, of the time of war. It's time for this war to end, Dr. Equinox. The purple flames ignited by that Draco have accelerated the course of the war. Once exemplars and the Ducal Alliance troops push onto Nesalem, final stronghold. Our goal of concluding this war will finally be within reach. But, Dr. Calcid, how long will it take for us to cover this short stretch? There's no way to tell, Hamiya. Continuing Oscar's battlefield, wreck of the Gloriana. Okay. Originium. Bloody Originiums really chopped this battleship in halves. I have to remain here and continue to fight with the local garrison. Surrogate, I can go on with you. This whole time we have seen nothing but ruins and death. No garrisons at all. Also, please don't call me kid. The monastery has already celebrated my coming of age. Which, in Arknights world, in an Arknights desolated with Orifacy world, maybe even lower than our standards. You remind me of my daughter. See the light shining up high there? That's part of her grace, the Duke of Caster's Gloriana. That gun's still working, which means the news I got from the broadcast is true. My squad served the Duke, so I have to go back. But your wounds? I can walk since you help patch me up. But you, are you sure you want to go back to the city? It's the most polluted place there is. The active originium in there will be the death of you. The bishop told me that the kind person who saved me from the mines went through hell and back to deliver me all the way to the monastery. So I knew from an early age that salvation never comes without a cost. Don't worry about me. The cleric taught me so many ways to keep myself safe. As long as I can save one more person, anyone, before I reach my end. To be frank, this is the first time that I have seen a cleric as devout as you. Your kind heart is the pride of Victoria. The bishop says fate is not at all for pride of glory. The faithful believe with sincerity that good deeds will better this land. Better this land? Maybe. But anyway, thanks, little Cautus, for everything. Could you help me out one last time, kid? If you make it back to the city, if my family and my daughter is still there, please tell her that Papa's always protected her. The Victorian soldier struggles to raise his injured arm and gives a non-standard salute to Cautus, before calmly turning towards the distant wreckage and vanishing into the thicket of Originium. The Cautus looks to the faint light emanating from the ship's gun and cannot help but to sigh. Artillery sounds in the distance, and the tiny Cautus continues towards the city on the horizon, Londinian. A factory? I heard the cannon fire too, Dr. Equinox. One of Catherine's crawler is already assaulting the Naxxerer's front. But will the war end once we beat them? And the innocents who have suffered, what will happen to them? There's no way to save every single life in a war, Amiya. What we can do is help the Londoners end this misery as soon as we can. And that means the Naxxerer aren't our ultimate problem. Nameless London refuge. Oh, sorry, I'm sleeping. Mary, Davy, please don't tell anyone. Please don't tell anyone else this kid is hiding here. I met him at the city walls, and he has nowhere to go. He's part of the Londoners, he said, and he met you two in the park a long while ago, yes? A circus? A little circus? I don't remember. You helped us, and I promise to help you, but he's not you. Thank you. He'll just hide here and won't run off or make a sound. I guarantee he won't give anyone a fright. Nods quickly. I'll be back soon. I promised someone I'd find his daughter. It's impossible for me to protect you out there when there's so many hostiles. Sorry, I couldn't find anywhere better for you to settle down. I have helped quite a lot of people here too, so I trust these kids to keep you safe. The tiny Sarkas tugs sharply on the Kauto's arm, but touches the point of Originium crystal instead. He puts back his hand on reflex. So, sorry, when I was with my pa and ma, we rarely came in contact with the infected. I'll come back for you. Wait, disgusted child. Okay. The Gautus is not gone for long. When she arrives at the soldier's home as directed, and there's nothing left. But letters found in the ruin tell her the soldier's daughter joined a force rebelling against the Sarkas in the city, the Exemplars. It is a difficult journey for the Gautus as she returns to the refuge. When the Victorians joined force to attack the Sarkas front at the palace at West Halle, Originium continued to spread through the city. There are also those mad Sarkas mercenaries wandering recklessly around, as if they have lost any semblance of humanity. Her head hurts from the city's terrible condition, but also from the horrific black crystals on her body. I might be nearing my end now, Father Bishop. Excuse me, were you the troops who protected the people here from those mercenaries? Yes, we have both the Exemplar and Ducal Alliance troops in our squad, and we got a distress calls while we were gearing up to enter the palace. Trust me, this mess will be over soon. Thank you too for taking care of the kids and refugees. Are you looking for someone? The ghost shakes her head. Right, we did mob up some of the devils hiding about. Probably here because their side is about to lose. See you, we have to hurry on the front. I didn't see that kid. Follow me. The child leads the Gautos through the bunker after bunker within the factory, and the later spots other refugee residents silently carrying away Sarkas corpses. They walk up to a pile of containers, and the child struggles but manages to push the mess lid open. The covering Sarkas child from before looks at them in fear. She's here. I promised you I'd help you, didn't I? It all happened so suddenly earlier, so this was the only place I could hide him. But he can stay here. On my way back, I met a group called Reunion. They can take him. Reunion? Don't worry, we'll take good care of that one. But what about you? Your Oribas is serious. You should come with us too. I still have some things to do. Alright, I won't force you. You remind me a lot of my comrades. Here's some suppressants and protective gear. Good luck. You too. Victoria's advancing in waves of art towards the Nazareth King's last stand as life fades away. That is not her war. She feels fear and has no way of comprehending how these people overcome their fear of death, what keeps them pushing onward. But she hopes to save people too, to continue numbly, one life after another, even if it's all in vain. She recalls the day she left the monastery, when she and the bishop bid each other farewell by the riverside church. What is fate, you ask? I tried to be very in my youth, and saw with my own eyes how the lives of those around me collapsed during the profound silence. But that tenacious nation has never once yielded. Tenacious nation. Oh. Okay. At first, I only admired the country's vitality, but as I lived my life, I came to realize that vitality, that is fate. Who was there to teach me, or even the other Tiberians, what path to take in life? Did anyone promise us we wouldn't surmount such a terrifying disaster? No, but faced with calamity, we always convince yourselves. Everything we go through is inevitability for something, Suffering will eventually end and we will enjoy a wonderful future. That is fate. Fate does not reside in scripture, nor in our prayers and hymns, but in our lives. Fate is in our bodies and minds, in every heartbeat, in every breath. It is the source of all strength. Only because we believe. Father Bishop, if it is, as you say, that all suffering eventually ends, then what is that wonderful future you're talking about? Father Bishop, I think I've tried my best. The Cautos collapses from exhaustion among the ruins, to the sound of gunfire and cries from afar. An intense pain reminds her of a cruel truth. This body has met its end. She waves to those nearby from who she saved from death, staying alone in a wide open space far away from them. Her body begins to disintegrate. I'm willing to believe. The light caught in the Cautos' eyes began to dim until she sinks into endless night. Then she seems to see someone hold her almost shattered hand. And light begins to flow back into her eyes. Camilla? What's wrong, Camilla? I think I heard the sound of an infected disintegrating. Again. I could almost even see their final burst of light, not too far from us. We have seen this happen too often lately. It's time we end this. Let's go confront Teresis. Let's go, Doctor. Doctor? Calls it. That's out of course. Does that place we have been prevent Eventime from escaping? A surge of information rushes forward, trying to engulf him. But Teresis does not budge. I finally see with my own eyes what a great feat you have managed, Teresa. Originally simulated universe, time unknown. He looks up at the tower standing in the void, as falling fragments turn back into the irregular formation and return into the nothingness. Teresis grabs a fragment that has drifted down to him, but it instantly turns to nothing in his palm. You opened this door for me, so I'll finish this last part of the journey in your stead. Teresa. Once we Sarkas seize the originium that belongs to us, we shall for the first time hold the power to determine our own fate. He grips the blade in his hand and stares coldly at the large rhombus approaching him. Then, he walks toward the crumbling tower. He knows well his opponents will be there. Destroy anything just to create a ladder. Teresa has left a path for him. The myriad souls who never gave up resisting until they completely dissipated did one last thing for the Sarkas within the Originium. They fought for a future where everyone has a right to survive for the ones still alive. Onward, everyone. Just as always, my blade will cut our paths forward, and you will lead the way. I never break my promises, Teresa. He walks up to the flight of stairs toward the top of the nearly collapsed tower. We just saw a bunny expire her last breath. And a demon preparing to fight against creation itself. Operation 15-2. and death shall have no dominion. Cannot currently view enemy archives. What? Unknown language. New redundant information. All that remains is nothingness. He looks at the rhombus it appears to be. An eye is staring at me. For the first time in his life, Teresis felt a shiver run down his spine. But it isn't his own instinctive reaction. He feels that a force, a will he can't see, is trying to make him submit. Be you a god or my creator, come out and face me. The silence called. There is no response from the void. Master, you shouldn't have come here. What? Ascalon? What? Ascalon. Her Highness has already made a terrible, reckless mistake. I do not want to lose another person I care about. Master, leave this place. This time is not yet right. You should not use her to mock me, O self-proclaimed creator. The Ascalon standing before him is no illusion. This marvelous space has materialized his memories. In my memories, you are the same as before, just a little less mature. Since those who truly control this place dare not face me directly, then Teresa has indeed succeeded. They must have already been subjected to numerous restrictions. Otherwise, those arrogant beings wouldn't have tried to get you to stop me. Teresa raises his sword. You still do not wish to leave me with me, Master? If you really want to take me away, then defeat me. As you wish. You're skilled, but you are merely using the skills I taught you. Ascalon disappears into a purple haze. She used her originium arts. Teresi sinks back into the day he and Teresa led remnants of the Sarkas army into that storm. The day he walked into the purple smoke alone and took the knife from that girl's hands, just as he does again. It has been some time, Ascalon. Bearer of the sword. What? Huh? The wheel inside Originium. You hide in the void, gazing upon me, trying to crush me with the memories that I treasure. What do you fear, Creator? Okay. What the hell? What? Originium Bros Novas and Mega Primal Originium Golems. What is your range, mate? You don't have health, any health? Mew. Limpiecito. Zero of certain. What's with that? And that's a basic attack. Ascalon. I missed that. I always wanted to stand before you again, Master. A shame you're not here. What? Oh, no shield. Ascalon erased the shield. You won't last much longer, Master. Teresa has left more behind for me than you think. Did you expect I would tread this unknown ground unprepared? He watches the Rhombus approach from the void. He already understands. You're watching me, aren't you? Teresa beat you once. I won't fall behind. I will sever your control over Amnanam. Amnanam. You cannot harm me. I told you, you need to be more decisive. No matter who the foe is. You took too long. I stand where they departed. The end to which Teresa guided me. I was never the only one putting the hubris of the gods on trial. The voice of the Sarkas has been silent for too long. The shards of the tower gazed around Teresis before the return to entropy. Gentle whispers. He hears the defiant cry of the Sarkas against fate. Did you think you would witness me, coward, god who plays this game? Are you talking to me, Teresis? Did you think I would submit to sentiment? You don't know me, and you don't know the Sarkas. Look upon my sword, Ascalon. Mew. What? Last one. Last one.
Mission accomplished.
Teres is fucking out of farming. Let me make the calcite a little bit smaller. The rhombus-shaped eye is collapsing. Teresis raises his head and looks up at the golden sea above. The platform descent is slowing, but it will still eventually crash into the ocean. As he steps onto the platform, the sky and the ground, up and down, instantly reverse themselves. It is barren void without any rules. What does destruction even mean? Just what should he do now? Teresis isn't sure. You will vanish, Ascalon. I have severed the connection between you and a certain will. Master, I have just seen a great many images flash by. They were all images of me, but why do I feel like I'm having an out-of-body experience? Why do I feel like I'm so far away? That's just my memory of you. Of me? You aren't a false phantasm. But you are not a real Ascalon Acer. They are mocking me, and you as well. I will put an end to this farce myself. Master, does it mean you're going to die? What difference would it make? I'm sorry, I wasn't able to save you. No, you did well. You did plenty well enough. Teresis swings his sword with all his might, cleaving the memory construct and the already broken platform in two. Ascalon begins to shatter into pieces. Her shards, along with the other debris, fall into the golden sea, transforming into more chaotic information. Go. At least take a few of my memories when you go. Catch up to Teresa and the myriad of souls in their journey. He can no longer hear Teresa of the myriad of souls, but he still has a light sense of familiarity with information scattered around him. Everywhere, although it's vanishing quickly. She's fighting against it, as are the myriad souls. The tower has completely collapsed. Everything has returned to the sea of data, and the sea is slowly calming down. Teresis is also falling into the vast golden ocean. He is silent and minuscule. This is by no means the end, but do we have enough time left? Teresis, our blades will not be enough to destroy the gods. However, we may manage to destroy them with their own methods. But I can't promise you this will work. I have no reason to doubt your judgment, Teresa. Tell me what I must do. Face the gods directly. Teresis turns around and, without any hesitation, swims for deeper waters, disappearing fully into the black abyss of data. After a moment, the surface of the sea begins to stir and boil again. Then the sea splits open, as if sliced by a sharp blade. Chaotic stream of information surge endlessly into the abyss. Connection. Wait, give me a second. Connection. Unstable. It's you. She opens her eyes and sees the small, frail creature. Then all the violent scenes come to a screeching halt. A throne. Throne room, Palace of West Saleh. Angry low moan. What? Manfred, Ascalon does not need your help. It's Robin Road. This is not a proper stage for your fair fight. Ascalon, how are your wounds healing up? Don't worry. With Entelekia's help, I'm recovering quite well. According to Ascalon reports, Teresis has really returned from the command center. Salem surely chose the Palace of West Alec as the site for the final battle, with an eye towards protecting Teresis. However, currently Teresis and Teresa are still concealing their true motives from the other members of the Military Commission. This includes Manfred, the nominal leader of the Military Commission. Manfred stands alone in front of the empty throne, facing you down. Ascalon is fully locked onto him, leaving him no room for any reckless moves. The standing water from his earlier battle with Ascalon has soaked Manfred's cloak, leaving him slightly disheveled. Teresa must have already captured Amnanam and handed it over to Teresis, but Teresis is not here, and Manfred seems unaware of his whereabouts. Doctor, do you think he went there too? The sea of data within the First Originium. Teresa has been moving too aggressively. If Teresis reasserts himself yet again, the damage could be irreparable. Terra, as it stands now, is woefully unprepared, regardless of the outcome. Calcit, are we prepared to deal with any and all potential outcomes? I don't have detailed information on the First Originium either, so naturally, I'm unable to propose any concrete countermeasures. In other words, with how things have developed so far, it's become very difficult to rely on our past experience and knowledge to analyze the current situation. Dr. Calcit, do you mean we are helpless to do anything? Not at all. If the plan succeeds, what Teresis and Teresa are seeking still falls within the bounds of our understanding, and we might not face the worst case scenario. But if they fail, Calcit looks at you, her eyes filled with worry. Dr. Equinox, we must return to the Rhodes Island landship as quickly as possible. We might still have one last chance to buy Terra a brief moment of respite. Instead of worrying about things that have not yet happened, we should eliminate those variables that already exist. I will protect the Doctor and restrict Manfred's movements as much as possible. Settle this quickly, be wary of the Tika's Wurzen he's carrying. Just as the Tika's Wurzen, the Wurzen is Germanic, and Tika's is, as far as I remember, is based on Hebrew. And just as the Tika's Wurzen in Manfred's hand begins to glow red, the King of Sarka's arts and Ascalon's blade descend upon him. This must end. Move! But... huh? Ascalon instantly dissolves into purple mist, scattering amidst the flash of the blade, before reforming again. The barrier woven by Amiya protects you and Calcit, but it begins to falter against the blade flash. Furious howl. Shields with all its might. What? What the fuck? The Blades Master slowly emerges from the darkness. He looks even more terrifying under the faint light. You have put yourself in this predicament. Your Highness, you... It looks like Nesalem is fulfilling his end of the bargain. You have come here to see me. Very good. You see a man standing calmly before the throne. Ceresis. He looks nothing like the man you once knew. He's tightly gripping a vivid, gleaming crystal. You have succeeded. You seem surprised. You too have set foot in the void. You too have witnessed her departure. You know full well the heavy price the Sarkas paid for this. And yet, you never believed the Sarkas had any rightful claim to it. Isn't that right, Dame calls it? At least for now, we rejoice in your success. I thought you would rejoice in my death, Dame. History in infection level. I don't know what he's encountered, but needless to say, the assimilated universe chaotic information continues to rapidly corrupt his will. It will carry on this way until his entire body is fully recoded in another format. Originium. How much longer can he hold out? Frankly, I'm stunned that he's managed to survive this long. Your Highness, I shall escort you out. Maybe you're gonna still find a way to... Londinium does not need me anymore. Please handle the remaining task. I must do one last thing for the Sarkas, while my mind is still clear. Rhodes Island, the equality you seek may be a noble goal for all of Terra, but we Sarkas will not be there to greet its arrival. Such bitter irony. You and I brought about that outcome with our own hands. Equinox, and now you are walking the very path she once laid out for me. Amnanam is responding to Teresa's call. The entire underground throne room begins to shift. The path by which you entered is now gone. The whole ceiling in the lower layer of Londinium is being filled at a pace visible to the naked eye. Stop him! The Sergeant Originium assimilates Amilla's heart, something she has never experienced before. He's not working! Why? But Teresa still shows the same rarely seen pained look on his face. Cautus, you are much like her. Something's not right. He's currently adapting to and studying Amnanam. But the more he is exposed to it, the more the chaotic data streams will impact him. The first Originium, having had his authority seized by force, can't possibly compare to the state it was in when first created. We still have a chance. We don't have to attack head on. I need to get closer to him. Anam. I won't forget. You will never forget how you felt in that moment. You nearly lost Amilla. However, you feel a torrent of jumbled information rushing through your mind. Time is slowing down, but you can feel the Originium you control. Maybe, just maybe, you still have a chance, so long as you can remember everything that happened. If you can do that, you'll be able to stop the Originium. I will do my best to carve a path for you, Dr. Equinox. Master, do not worry about me. Protect the Doctor. The Doctor is the only person out of everyone here who can stop Abnanam. Hesitant roared. Trust me. I was close to protect you. The Sergeant Originium activates the pool of dead water that has lain still on the surface for ages. Mist clinging to your mask makes it hard to see the road ahead. However, you feel a silken thread wrap around your waist, gently guiding you forward. Amilla? Keep going! I told you before, this conflict ended long ago. Equinox, Cereza and I fully understand that there is no place for us in the Sarkas' future. However, Ascalon, Manfred, your future does not lie here either. Originium creeps up Manfred and Ascalon's bodies, pushing them towards the edge, to the end of the battlefield. Huh? Leave. Go to a safe place and wait here. Remember to take Arnanam back to Castle. Wait, Your Highness! Manfred's voice vanishes within the underground throne room. Teresis has already scuttled him off to a safe place. You don't get to make decisions for me anymore. Ascalon dissolves into a purple mist, slipping through the cracks in the Reginium and remaining in the throne room. She's everywhere all at once, just waiting for an opportunity. Folly. And Amnanam is still flashing, but his movements are becoming increasingly difficult. The Reginium is restricting his arms, his eyes, and even his thoughts. But still he forces himself to remember one goal: to bury everything here. He needs to hold on to his last shred of sanity so he can leave Amnanam with Manfred, who is finally safe. He struggled to lift up his sword, as once he did when he served at the side of the King of Sarkas. He raises his sword for the Sarkas one final time. Equinox, we met again at last. Have you ever looked up at the sky? Beyond the sky, far beyond the twin moons, where there is a place that we will once return to, where we would sleep peacefully. But I am the only one left, here speaking with you. In the course of the Sarkas' eternal search for the remains of dead gods, to fend off your enemies, have you ever wondered, why did those gods die? In the sea filled with both truth and the unknown, I saw fleeting visions of the gods before they die, at the road of the pain you bear. I now understand you, so you have already passed away. Now I'm the only one left, and I'm speaking to you. Before I retire to my eternal slumber, I will destroy you. I shall build a ladder for the Sarkas. No longer will anyone toy with the fate of the Sarkas. We shall reclaim our own destiny, Equinox. Teresis swings his sword. A beam of light stings your eyes, and you rack your brain, trying to recall how to stop Amnanam. Amiya's barrel breaks layer by layer amidst the gleam of the sword. You think you see Monster's huge frame blocking your view. Stop! You suddenly remember everything about the moment you almost lost Amiya. You remember how you stopped it all. You did, Dr. Equinox. You remembered. Priestess. You! Huh? You told us that we will only have one chance to strike. You really have slowed down a lot. Teresis struggles to lower his head and sees the blade as it has pierced his heart, as well as Ascalon, with a determined look on her face and tears in her eyes. The figure steps out on the smoke and pins Teresis to the throne with all her strength. Amnanan and his sword fall to the ground, lying in the shallow water reflecting the dim light. Master, this is the end. Teresis raises his hand. Careful, don't let him touch it again. Teresis clutches Ascalon Assassin's blade and uses all his strength to slowly draw it from his chest. There is no blood, there is no warmth. All that's left are a few shattered crystal shards. Well done. You finally found your conviction. Your heart, it stopped beating a while ago. I'll repeat my debt. Take it. Teresis is straining, shifts his gaze towards Amnanam laying on the ground. Find Manfred and Castle. Go home. You! Ascalon feels himself being pushed away by a very weak hand. I will stay here. I cannot let the Sarkas know my fate. He hears faint cheers from above, the cheers of the Victorians. You missed Logos elegy for the Naxxerer. His war ended just before mine. Equinox, I was able to gaze upon the true face of the gods. I only regret that I was unable to completely defeat you. Calcit? Assuming he speaks the truth, he might have bought Terra a moment's respite. Regardless, we must continue our preparations, Doctor. Then, Ceresis? He will remain here. I'll ensure that no one disturbs him, and no one finds him. She holds up Amnanam and Teresa's sword. Doctor calls it. Amnanan belongs to Castle. It must return to Castle. We must consider this matter carefully. The damage the Sarkas inflicted on Londinium is bound to stir a new wave of hatred, and without proper guidance, it could lead to an even darker nightmare. This war must end, but Castle must also take measures to protect itself. We can go to Castle together and watch how they use Amnanam. It is really the best move, calls it. There are many things we need to discuss, but not here. First, we must use Amnanam to leave this place. Give it a try, Doctor. Strange. It's not responding to me. Let me try. I can feel a faint connection. I think it's responding to me. The sealed passage reopens yet again. It is assaulting my thoughts. Enough. We can just keep using this thing half-heartedly. We need to do more research on both its use and potential dangers. Ascalon looks at the figure in the throne. In the darkness, she cannot make out his face. Her eyes are a bit blurry. I'll go with you. I will respect his wishes. I don't need to witness his end. Ascalon. The Kautus hooks Ascalon tightly. Ascalon suddenly realizes that the frail Kautus she once found in the wilderness has grown up. Let's go home together. Doctor? You'll go ahead. I'll catch up. I'll stay here to protect you. Monster is staying here, and it should be sufficient. The rest is no longer a threat. We'll wait for you outside. It's very quiet. All you can hear is dripping water. ASMR, you silently creep closer to the man on the throne. You do not fear death, Equinox. You don't think that way. Such a prideful stance. His voice is hoarse. You're forcing yourself to speak with me. You have won my respect, Equinox. You are more determined than I thought. But you are on a suicide mission. I never imagined you could seize Amnanam. You are heroes in the eyes of the Sarkas, but... why are you laughing? I'm laughing at you, Equinox. You know nothing. What did you find in the assimilated universe? That's my secret. You have no right to ask. I have no desire to belittle Rhodes Island and yearning to heal the wounds caused by Originium. Yet it is still so ironic. In the end, if you find that the real monster is you, then what will you do, Equinox? What have you learned? Alas, I will not live to see that day. You and I never really did get along. It was so then, as it is now. He grabs at his clothing. It seems like he is trying to find something. There are deep cuts on his breastplate, once left by Ascalon. He finally finds what he's looking for. The stone blade he always carries. Warning road. Calm down, monster of Calcit. He is trying to throw you the blade. It's Ascalon's. Leave. You are not worthy of witnessing my end. Directly below the palace of Westhalleck throne room, on the lowest throne in Terra, the regent of the Sarkas accepts his fate alone. The first Victorian throne, which has been eroded by time and bears little resemblance to its original form, was moved here intact when this nomadic city was first built and became part of the foundation of the palace of Westhalleck. The king who built Londinium said, "This symbolized that Victoria's royal authority is everlasting, from beginning to end." According to official Victorian records, the Sarkas mercenaries, led by an organization called Babel, withdrew from Londinium in October 1098. However, the leader who ultimately directed all of this, Teresis, vanished without a trace. throne room place of Westalag, the end of Castle Heroic Age. His ears can no longer hear anything but the sound of the ocean waves flood his brain just as it did before. This is the voice of the assimilated universe. An endless stream of information crashes into his consciousness. It is frenzied and unclear. It is beyond his understanding. Teresis has very little time left to think. His final thread of consciousness surrenders to the vast sea of data. His consciousness comes to rest beside a lonely monster. The ugly Zikas, wearing a black crown on his head, walks out from the silvery mountains. He looks up at the vast starry sky. The eternal starry sky, the wild primal continent. From every corner of existence, countless lives look beyond the earth and the stars. They all gaze up at the same universe. He's not lonely. He feels more calm and peaceful than he's ever felt in his life. At last, I see the past, as you once saw it, as well as the future. He wants to say something more, to call the name one last time, but he can no longer speak. He's totally exhausted, but as he prepares to close his eyes, a faint white ray emerges from the darkness. Familiar gentle voice. We insist that you know the parting words she left for you. As Teresa left with the myriad souls, she heard your voice among the many who called out to her. Our time has finally come to an end. Goodbye, Teresis. He is trying to open his eyes. His field of vision grows even darker. But he recognized the figure in white some time ago, as soon as it first appeared. Goodbye, Teresa. He doesn't need to hold on any longer. He flashes a slight smile and allows his last wisp of consciousness to dissipate. Aura farming even on his last breath. Oh, regent of the Sarkas, thank you for your hard work. The light dispels the darkness. The light breaks forth the darkness. When the light pours into his eyes once more, time seems to have gone backwards, back to the moment before the collapse. You are lost. Who speaks to me? It has been a long time since this place has seen a new visitor. Or are you the last survivor of the ruined planet? I remember my consciousness was shattering, and then disintegration, death. But why? In any case, welcome. Come. Whoa, seek me. Little Cautus, confused individual. I remember a hand had reached out to me before I died. This place, the Cautus, who should have perished and returned to Terran soil, looks around in confusion. She has never seen a place like this before. Light falls upon her and she feels warm. Where are we? The land beyond death. The home of the gods? Unlock extreme mode. What? Tell me. Masonic? No. Nope. Nope. So there is no longer the thing of the stages. Let me maintain for tomorrow, for tomorrow, for tomorrow, for tomorrow. The standard environment. Ah, fuck! I forgot that it was broken. Ah, shit! I have to go before I start crying. Ah. No, let's continue. Let's just continue. Operations ends at 2025 09:30. A week remaining. Restoration soon. I need. Oh, here it is. Doctor, the new adverse combat difficulty is available for this stage. Tap here to enter adverse combat. You can directly enter adverse combat and begin the simulation. This way, only the sanity required for the adverse combat itself will be consumed. Upon completing the simulation, the corresponding standard combat stages progress will sync up, and the first clear rewards for that standard stage will also be obtained. Okay. In addition, once the adverse combat simulation is completed, strategic simulation unlocks. By choosing to take on this increased difficulty, you can earn simulation points, Doctor. Shall is in the name of a miracle. Shall sleep in the light of a wondrous day, where hell and heaven shall live thee free. The universe of destiny. Condition: enemies have increased movement speed. Nothing. Road silent. Wait, I have. No, I cannot view. I forgot to read the little information on Ascalon's, on fake Ascalon's appearance. Let me go for some water because my mouth is extremely dry, and I'll come back for the next level. I'm back. Hello. Okay, give me a second. Give me a little second. Courage. Courage badge. Communicators made by Radian in the shape of pin badges. Retrieving them can help reduce interference on the comms network, and they can be traded at closure for all sorts of supplies. To help calm the children anxious about leaving the landship, Radiant made these pin badges with tagging and messaging functionalities, encouraging them to keep on smiling and stay in contact. After hearing about them, many operators asked for some recording words of encouragement on them before hiding them all over prior to the evacuation. Oh no. Let's get on with it, shall we? Let's clear this. Let's get necklace, just because. A second. Give me a second. Yep. Wait, what? Yeah, let's pick this team.
この人たちをいっぺんに護送すればいいってわけね。構わないよ。
Let's see. What is wrong with whatever priestess is gonna do? Bells? Why am I hearing them ring from all directions? Her voice is so soft that it does not even echo off the walls. Whenever the foggy light comes, like tiny holes, lots of tiny holes appear in the walls, opening and closing, breathing. When the light disappears, the walls turn white and silent. That light is very different from the holy city's lights that the bishop talked about. That light is a simulated F spectrum. I can hear you. How can I see you? She presses her nails to the wall. It feels warm and soft, as if she's touching someone else's fingertips. So she places her whole palm against the wall, pressing closely to the wall's fine pattern and textures. Wherever her hand moves, the patterns stretch along with it, as if they are quietly guiding her by the hand. You are responding to me? She runs forward for a bit, and the wall extends with her, leading her. There are so many doors and so many different paths here. Where do they all lead? The countess stops walking. She sees a god standing in midair, a short distance in front of her. Its silhouette is massive. The surface of the god's body carries a murky sheen, unlike that of any metal. It nimbly arranges a vast array of glowing fragments into patterns. As the patterns change, the fragments shift color in turn. But the girl notices that there is no halo in the god's head. The midair colossus completely ignores her, gliding past without hesitation. Eh? What? Mechanical life form. The hell are you? Another similar being approaches and stops in front of her. It seems to be asking her a question. I don't understand what you're saying. The god is quiet for a moment. Then it switches from its own language to another one and continues talking. Your use of language is primitive. The god extends its supple limbs to cover the Kauto's head. The Kautos nervously shuts her eyes. There's no need to fear. I am analyzing your brain frequency and will upload it to Anseta. Language, you, sufficient to communicate. Not yet vectorized extrapolation deduction. Language, temporary adjustment. Resonance, necessary. I can understand you. Can you understand me? Indubitably. Then are you God? The Kautos nervously asked the question that she is most desperate for an answer to. God. Question. Definition. Necessary. The bishop says that God is the embodiment of the law and the Lord of the holy city, who protects the sick and the nearly departed. But these things he says were never recorded in the history books. Forsake God. God, not necessary. Eh? If you aren't God, then who rescued me. Why have I been brought here? Where is this kingdom come? Are you here to guide me into the kingdom? Questions. Too many. Resonance. Lacking. Communication. Inefficient. Ray distorter. I. Partial answer. Show you. The being who calls itself Ray Distorter uses its limbs to draw a window in the air and drag it to the nearest wall. The image in the porthole quickly fades from view. A pale, eerie light wells up from nowhere, flooding the entire window. The image sharpens gradually, and the Countess girl looks out the window. A shattered sphere floats in the dark expanse of space, dotted with countless stars. It is frozen at the moment of death. All the past that have not had time to be told shatter into dust and are cast into the frozen void. The dust particles find each other and circle around from the former garden. They clump together into rings that floats in the air. What the fuck? This is not Talos. Talos is a moon. Well, Talos 2 is a moon, as far as I remember. From the Tears and all of the Enfield thingies. Not the gameplay, or the game, because I have not played the beta, because they didn't send me a beta. And I also didn't watch the cutscenes, just to be clean of it. The dust particles find each other and circle around the former garden. They clump together into rings that float in the air. The Countess girl and Ray Distorter sail atop these dust rings into the dead silence. We see, sail, salvage. You, shadow. Fear? The faraway things, the twinkling things, they look like eyes. It's really scary. They're just stars, but they feel alien to me. There are too many of them, and they are too close, too bright. You're not scared? Fear is unnecessary. Fear, too limiting, too inadequate to describe. The Countess looks through the window and sees tiny holes have appeared in the walls of the ship. A white light appears somewhere far, far in the distance. It starts growing and growing until it covers up almost the entire window. The blinding light caresses the surface of the land of death, covering and hiding everything from any would-be watchful eyes. The Countess girl looks directly at the light, as a fear is continually invading her heart, a fear she does not understand. It's the pale light of a dying star. A dead planet still orbits the star, and the great ship clinging to the star ring must endure its light and its wailing again and again without end. See, yes, only grave, no holy city, only cycles, only laws, no gods. Universe, welcome. You, traveler, name? Herda. I don't know where it started, but the nickname the clerics used to tease me with became my name. Ah! Dot. Administrator permissions confirmed. Unlocking restricted access project. PRTS repaired audio logged. Number 0422. Access restriction unlocked. Date unrecoverable. Play log under development area. Subject Calcit. You? You, my little cat? The dust has settled in Londinium, but hopes for peace in Victoria seems dim. How much time do we have? I know you're listening, PRTS. I need you to do everything you can to restore monitor integral process in the middle decks under development area. And prepare to grant closure access to my permissions. Authorization, Abyss. Thank you. There's a lot left to do. How much will I manage myself? Playback finished. Erasing access log. 3, 2, 1. Log has been erased. Administrator, do you want to unlock the next classified log? Operation confirmed. Unlocking next log. Rhode Island Landship, summer 1101, 3 years after the London incident. Ami is finally of age. Right? Like, if she was around 14 at the reunion crisis, at the Chernobyl crisis, then she should be around 18, 19 now, 3 years after the London incident. BP, sliding quickly. Are you a little giraffe? Are you from Mechanist? Proudly claiming credit. What? Good work. It seems like closure and Mechanist upgrades were effective. Spins happily. Arumba. Hey, the repair work on this sector is nearly complete. She feels a small body make contact with her back, hugging her neck and jiggling. Alana knows the jiggle well. Sometimes it makes her happy and sometimes it makes her anxious. She takes the girl she loves so much up on her back. Wormy! Potlit, I smell scream stew. Lance, you're going to ruin the surprise. It smells so good, I couldn't help myself. You sure are happy. I guess the doctor agreed. Yes, I thought there was an opening for volunteer work in the Rimbilliton office and I signed up as soon as I could. The food I cook now can cure a minor sauropathy, sure, but Royce Islander flints can, and I can feel their stomachs. If Savage and Ray hadn't vouched for me, the doctor might have rejected my application on the spot. Well, it's my responsibility as your guardian to accompany you, obviously. Savage and Ray are with me, no worries. But even when I'm not around, you still have to eat, right, Lance? I have left a full week worth of soups of the day in the kitchen, all your favorite flavors. My colleagues on logistics will keep an eye on you for me. Hehe, you're too spotlight. But will you really be able to stand leaving your friends? A exaggerated nod. Yes, the BB is also a good friend of mine. But lots of the people who I know have applied to serve as backup on this place, or that I am not about to fall behind. Everyone's looking forward to touring our new home after the mission's over. Lance, you promised me that Rhodes is gonna look even more beautiful once the renovations are done. Of course, I picked up closure blueprints before. Also, I was already brave enough to say goodbye to my family and set off on a long journey, just like my dad did. Lance, you just wait for my return. Cute girl, Wormy. Hey, Sima! A giant cookie. Is this from Kyobe? The top operators getting ready to head out to support post got cookies. So, the Ursus girls are 5 years older too, right? So Sima is probably on her. Let's estimate at least 21, 22. Gami was younger than them, so she is maybe like at most At most 18, I think. From Chernobyl to this day. Lots of operators getting ready to head out to support posts. Got cookies. You gotta eat good when you're traveling. Kay was really firm with me on that. I just wonder if she's gonna end up eating most of the cookies before she gets to share them. I set it up with Vulcan to make a batch of cookies as quickly as possible so Kay could pass them out to all the operators going on field missions. When the time comes, I'll have Sonia go with Kay to distribute them. Why? Forget it. I just drag Leto along with me. Yeah, around 21, 22, I guess, because Rosa was the older when the Chernobyl crisis happened, and she was around 17, 18. And Sima was the same age as Leto. So if Leto was 21 at Lakes of trains to Lake Silverhurst. So yeah, they are probably 22. Wait, forget it. I just drag Leto along with me. Eh? I'm fine as long as you give me the honey drink you owe me once we get there. With a drink in my hand, I am at your command, General Sima. Gah, what a headache. I'll just talking to people, shit. This is Natalia's work. But Rosa can't be everywhere at once. She has a lot of specific plans to go over with Amiya too, you know. This trip is going to be a bit more trouble than usual after all. We're going to... Ursus. Or did you give the task of planning with Amiya to Rosa because you were afraid you couldn't do it? Who said I couldn't do it? It just... Ursus, the place they all left together. So much time has passed since then. Sima believes they are ready to go back and face the place once more. Got me, what's wrong with your hand? Nothing, Sima. It's just a little sore. It's all. We had them baking too many cookies. The bakers in the canteen got worn out. Ay, poor little gummy bear. Even Kay, waiting right outside the door, had to get dragged in to help like a good girl. Don't worry about me, Sima. She wants to fill the bellies of the operators who took good care of her and are now living home. I feel the same way. We'll do our part as well. Anyways, Natalia also needs to spend some time. You need help? Come in. Oh, Turner. See, little cub, look what I can whip up in the kitchen. Instructor Turner. The doctor showed me your application. I took the liberty of flying to travel with you as your guardian. Truth is, the doctor was too worried about sending you back. I'm worried enough myself. Sima, welcome. Rosa, the director didn't want to approve your application at first. Medical assessed all of you and recommended that we be a bit more careful with your itinerary. But in the end, the doctor respected our wishes. That's because of Sima. She burst into the doctor's office and vowed to protect you, promising your safe return to Rhodes Island. Just like before. Rhodes Island office. I kept them alive in Chernobyl. I got us through it. This time is no different. This encounter with Ursus will be very different from before. Natalia and I have it worked out. If we operate under her family's Rostov Industries, we'll have an easier time moving around. I'm not worried about your status. The assessment says you aren't fully prepared yet. There are always other ways you can help Rhodes Island. We're nervous about going back, at least a bit, but we can't keep hiding from it. This is some journey home for self-healing. We looked over the risk and volunteered because we think we are a good fit for operating in Ursus. We decided to call Rhodes Island our home a long time ago. so I can guarantee you I'll bring them back home, safe and sound. Sonia has always been braver than me. Amiya, as far as the details of our collaborations with Rostov Industries, I appreciate it if Dr. Calcit and the doctor could take a closer look. I believe this will only be beneficial to our operations. Consider it done, Rosa. However, I still recommend that you avoid conducting any operations in Chernobyl for now. Arthas is still patrolling the area as closely as ever, and your identities are still an issue. We'll stay in contact with the ship. There are still many aspects of the Ursin cooperation that will be up to you to access. Have a safe trip, Rosa. The ship will be sending additional logistics and medical staff to accompany you, not only to support your operation, but also to explore the possibility of establishing a permanent office in Ursus. By the way, someone else came to find me after your travel plans were announced. She hopes to join you on your journey. Oh? For a second I thought that it was my stomach. It has been growling for a while. Gummy, put the pot down. You eat your fill first. I haven't gone hungry in a very long time. Maybe I was just too busy today. I forgot to eat Istina. John Sim are here, so I'll be fine. Then get to eating, you hear me? Open wide, Gummy. I'm full, Leto. Come to think of it, do you have anything you need us to bring, Sima? Personal thing is, I brought some big crates with me. Well, let's bring the guitar Natalia gave me. Don't want her asking about it later. Anything else, just leave it at home. Not like we're never coming back. Leto, didn't you say we weren't taking anything? That reminds me, I got some junk to give to someone. Mind if we sing by Yerak on the way, Sonia? Should be fine. I'll submit my travel plan to the doctor. Excuse me, may I join you on your trip to Ursus? Absente! Sorry, I know this request is sudden, but Sonia, let Soya come with us. This rescue mission will be a long one. We can take care of each other along the way. You already know, Natalia? I talked to Rosa about it. Do see it, Soya. This isn't our first joint trip. What up? Seove jumpscare. Kyobe jumpscare. Like a fucking Five Nights at Freddy's animatronic. What the hell? Kyobe, wait, that cookie is still a bit raw in the middle. Huh? No, stop her. She gave herself a tummy ache. Politely stops her. I'm gonna be late. Spins angrily. Kay made so many cookies. Those cookies should go to the very, very good people. Lots of wonderful people are setting out on a journey. They took good care of Kay at home, so Kay wants to make sure they don't go hungry. That's the deal. Doctor, the coffee rooms on each floor have been packed with people these past few days. Folinik, I haven't seen you in a long time. This round of field deployment, going out to so many different regions, is the perfect opportunity for us to pick up local souvenirs. The wish list everyone has been making are long enough to start a whole Terran Expo. In the past, Closure has suggested that the procurement department make unified purchases for the operators, but I rejected the idea. She's smiling! Wife is smiling! Let's keep the spirit of tradition alive. Procurement will be sending out a notice soon regarding reimbursement. You didn't need me to bring you back anything from my trip to Victoria? Cassie shakes her head. She looks at the cookies Folinik is holding with a bit of suspicion. Kyoe shoved these cookies at me just now. She just made a gigantic mess in the kitchen, and Amiya is still trying to help clean it up. Poor Amiya. Folinik, you're going to have your hands full on this trip to Victoria. In addition to recovering data from several offices in the local territories, you'll have to monitor NASA IRSI and read. You'll have to coordinate with all the different offices to provide as much support as possible. Are you sending the poor girl that survived the whole city turning crazy onto the infected? Are you really sending her to another city that just get out of a crisis? I don't even think if the city is out of the crisis yet, but they are at almost the point of cannibalizing themselves. Are you truly sending the poor girl to another trauma-inducing trip? So IRSI is not good for the heart, please. Poor Folinic. You'll have to coordinate with all the different offices to provide her as much support as possible. Of course. And Londinium? Let Heidi know that we are temporarily delaying our return to the ship for debriefing. Ever since Londinium's parliament restored contact with the outside world, it has resumed collecting messages from the core nations. The intelligence network that Heidi has been cultivating is extremely important. This is also why I am sending you to provide support. So overall, things aren't really that great, I see. I'll pay close attention to all of this. Folini, you need to take it easier. What? You have a habit of overloading yourself. I saw your itinerary. You're stretching yourself too thin. I deleted a few of the tasks. Try not to dwell on the things you fear, and don't try and force yourself to take control of them either. So Folini is the one who sent herself to NASA IRSI. Ah, girl. Folini, I never expected you to be like your mother, or me. I don't support encouraging those who have experienced suffering to forget the hatred and violence they have endured. If we want to build a better future, we mustn't surrender. Try to slow down your pace a bit, Folinic. Wanting to have more control over your life is good, but getting anxious about it is just tantamount to self-torture. It's a long road to Victoria, but I need you to remember the smile you had when you first walked in this room. This is my one and only requirement for you. I will remember that. Folinic is just another one of the bunch of daughters from Calcit. I will remember that. I'll pick out a souvenir for you myself when I get to Victoria. Farewell, Dr. Calcit. Red, you don't need to hide. I was afraid you would be angry. You told me not to be sad about Siracusa, but I made you sad. I don't want to leave Rhode Island this time. I'm afraid you will force me. I haven't prepared the transfer order for Swift yet, Red. Eh? Stay here on standby. Ascalon's orders will arrive soon. After we receive the orders, can I stay by your side? Yes, didn't you arrive some time ago? Yes, I arrived a while ago. The Canon Wife! Yeman, man, prepare this canned golden radishes for me to hand out to my colleagues. Sorry, there might be a few too many of them. Should we maybe store them in the kitchen first? There's a veritable mountain of cans here. Canon Wife, I leave them with you. All this stuff happened all of a sudden. It's been too long since I have been home. Mom's stockpile of canned goods is getting out of control. She just keeps dumping them on me over and over. Didn't you just tell me that they were prepared specifically for the colleagues? Ah, yeah, right. Anyways, they are all mine. I'll decide how they are used. Doctor, might I trouble you to help me distribute these to our colleagues? When you see them? Pardon me, on a tight schedule, so I don't have time to do it myself. Alright, the two cans with names of them, I saved them for you and Amiya. Don't give them out by mistake. They look more or less the same. You Of course they are not the same. Alright, I also need to take 30 cans of my own trip. For your own supplies? No, as gift. Warmy and Ray have an old friend, Jerry. Ever since he married Keira, his career has really taken off. I saw the last photo he sent. His family has been blessed with a quiet litter of kids lately. Warmy made plans with us to stop and visit them on the way. They mentioned this. Time really flies, huh? And we haven't really changed much, eh? Well, I'm just so sure does seem like she has matured a lot ever since she returned from Castle. Please take care of yourself as well. Don't worry, Doctor. I look forward to seeing you again after the field missions are complete. Still, these field assignments cover a pretty wide area. I'm afraid it will be quite a while before I can sleep soundly on my own bed again. Don't worry, Rhode Island will wait for you to return. And I will wait for you to return. Righto! Keep the lights on for me, Doctor. Hey, what are you still doing here? I just thought of something. We still haven't been giving our medicine health maintenance manuals yet. We need this guidance so that we can remember our health regimens. I mean, this is going to be a long trip off road. Will we all remember to eat our meals and take our medicines? The medic operators will take care of all that. Why are you worried about it? But we often do forget to take proper care of ourselves. You yourself, Lava. Don't you forget to take your food rations with you sometimes? Meh, whatever. Then there's the other members of A1. The squad is going to be taking on some dangerous task. Cross has to go on a long trip all by herself. Will they be okay? Enough already. Would you quit treating them like children? We have been at this for so long. We're all adults already. I know, I get it. It's just that living at a place I spent so many years with everyone, day in and day out, and not knowing when I'll be back. It's a lot to take in. I just feel a bit empty inside. Don't worry, we'll be back. What time is it? Okay. Huh? I have been streaming for an hour and almost 50 minutes. I guess we end this stage and win the stream because I'm extremely hungry. Rhode Island is dealing with some stuff right now. I trust the doctor. Dr. Carlstead and Amiya can handle it all. All we have to do is complete our own task and be patient. Rhode Island is our home and we're not gonna lose our home. No matter what happens, we'll be back. Someday. Right. We'll be together again. Warfarin, your body temp hasn't come down. It seems that the old cocktail of drugs is no longer effective. However, your metabolic rate has not been impacted too much. After the concentration of the old drugs in your bloodstream goes down, I'll administer some new medications. These new drugs will decrease your pain threshold, but don't worry, I'll up your pain meds. Alright, there are a few empty beds. They left yesterday, don't worry. They have just been transferred elsewhere for more targeted temporary treatment. By the way, a few people left some notes for you. They are on your bedside drawer. Your condition is rather unusual and we should keep you in a controlled treatment environment. Staying here with me under my observation is the best option. Okay, thank you. What are you looking at, Chloe? There are little circles in the ceiling that keep spinning. Looking at them makes me feel safe. The crystals are still interfering with your vision. My next surgery will be an attempt to remove the crystals near your retinas. Every time I stare at them, they look like they have crept just a bit closer. It's like they are talking to me. Can you hear them? Their sound is like that old bell I used to hear. You mean the one you told me about before? From the bell tower in your hometown? There's more than just one bell tower. I was on a quest to repair all of them, and had already repaired quite a few, when they were all destroyed by cannon fire. Reach out to the operators we got in Victoria. They look into it for you. The town has been rebuilt, and the locals even repaired that old bell. That's great news! Now that the bell is tolling again, I can continue on. What a relief, isn't it? Warfarin double checks the instrument reading one last time. Then injects the prepared medicine into the IV system. The buzzing of the instrument mixes together with the noise of the IV system and Chloe's occasional gasp of pain. Dr. Warfarin, how many different types of medicine have we tried over the last 3 years? Let me worry about that. All your vital indicators have stabilized. That's why it's really important here. Before I contracted Oribacy, I often cared for infected soldiers in the bell tower. I know exactly what it means when the crystals start spreading across your skin. Chloe tries to move the muscles in her face, but the tiny spikes embedded in her skin twist her expression. Her wounds split open and bright beads of blood begin to seep out. You see, they won't even let me smile. As a doctor, I cannot guarantee outcomes. I can only promise that every medic in Rhodes Island will provide you the best possible care. Thank you, Dr. Warfarin. I just miss my hometown. This report, the first time I saw these patient charts, I thought there was some kind of error in the data then too. But we checked the data several times and it was correct. By all logic, no patient with this high cell or assimilation rate should still show any signs of life. It goes against everything we know about Oribacy. And yet, the Originium is keeping the patient alive in a way no one could have predicted. Some of her internal organs have completely crystallized, but they are actually functioning more efficiently and stably than those of previous patients we have seen. I haven't figured out what's causing the condition yet, but based on the data, the more her infection progresses, the healthier she seems, and the more pain she's in. We've never seen a case like this before. This may be some kind of new mutated form of Oribacy, if we can make some sort of medical breakthrough while administering her treatment. Maybe these people we rescued from Victoria really can bring a few miracles to Rhodes Island. A new strain of Oribacy that can keep the person alive. Ah! Wait! It crashed! Wait, what the hell happened? The game crashed! Give me a second. Let's just do the stage and come back. And end the stream, not come back. End the stream. Oi, hunger.
Arknights.
Okay, you can hear the game. Let me check if... Is this? No, not this one. This? No. This one isn't either. Yeah, this one is. Okay, let's go to the stage and end it here. Okay, I don't need to skip. In the name of a miracle. Cold drink machine that has had its trajectory. Computing module disrupted by Originium. It uncontrollably launches frozen beverage cans at operators who aren't even thirsty at all. What? I have no vanguards. What? What's with this guy? What? Machine! Can I...
形態を変更中。こうやってそれ。
Oh, this dude is also a Fiorino. Block.
この刃からは逃げられないよ。最適な滅ぼし。そして
にゃ
その誘いに乗ってやろう。
Who is hitting right now? The
通信に接続した。
monster?
ドクター、指示を。
Or an attack or this thingy?
こういうとモンスター座標についた。
Okay, she held herself.
ここで止まってもらえないかな。
Oh, he said it the one. Forgot about he.
真の像から湧き
Wait,
上
what?
がる。
Why do I have her with S3? What?
どこまでも追いかけたっていいよ。
指先で触れるだけでその意志は泥人形のようにひしゃげるだろう。
君もそんな
Why
風に
S3?
グツグツするんだ。通信に接続した。
我が炎に温度を与え、我が炎命は枯れて消え、残死のみが徘徊する。
冷戦生から死へと遡る。
我が炎に指先で触れるだけでその意志は
And it's over.
的確で明瞭な指揮だ。ドク
Okay.
約束してくれないか。
Now story
次はもっ
is
と敵へ近づく
strategic
許可を
simulation locked.
より効率の高い手段を
No
試
scenario
せ。
selected. No scenario selected. What? Cold drink machine attack speed is significantly increased. HP, new enemies appear. Okay. I need a vanguard at least one. Who? Let's use Sima. She just appeared on the story. So let's just try with Sima.
みんな安心してついてきて。
And I
大丈夫。
forgot again to change the
集中集中。獲物を逃がしちゃわないようにね。モンスター座標についた。
thingy for the skill. Enteré que es skill.
これがお前の判断か。
針と糸の準備は完了です。どういう生地がお好みですか？
Nobody done.
見えた。死者の喧騒にある終わり。
私の爪が調子をしてくれるよ。こういう時のザクラちゃんの艶はたまらん。力と栄光。形態を変更中。君もさ。
Nothing truly important.
自分の血でむせるなんてやめてよね。わかった？
Trigger on enemies. Oh, vale. I understand. This is the one where she puts the little things to hit that share the damage with enemies.
死者の喧騒にある終わりのない忘却という。
どうぞ力と栄光。
見えた。指先で触れるだけでその意志は泥人形のようにひしゃげる。
冷戦。自分の
Attack
血
speed.
でむせるなんてやめてよね。わかった？
命は枯れて消え残死のみは徘徊する
Okay.
どうしてこんなに面倒な作戦に挑む
2 points.
もっと
Yay.
いいな
I want to keep reading, but I also need to go eat, first of all. Then I need to complete the Gears Frontline 1 event, the Convolutional Kernel. But that one I'm doing it on my own. I'm sitting on bed and reading. Laying on bed and reading. So, that's it for today. Thank you for coming, thank you for staying, thank you for watching. And I would be very, very happy if you leave a like and subscribe. No. No. Well, thank you anyways for coming. I hope you come back next stream. Probably tomorrow I'm going to try to do the Exilium event, the Andoris. I'm going to read it and do some of the levels if I have the time. Yeah, some of the weekly levels or challenge. They are not much of a challenge, but that's it. See you tomorrow if I can. Goodbye and thank you for coming. Bye.